Hello, I'm Chester King and I'm the Chief Executive of the British Esports Association. So we are members of the Global Esports Federation, the IOC, the Olympics Esports and Gaming Liaison Group, the European Esports Federation, and we also help support other governments in developing esports strategies for their countries. So I got involved in esports through watching my son Latimer playing video games and esports as he was growing up. He was born in the year 2000. And by 2015, I realised that there wasn't really an organisation to help parents and for children to understand about the benefits of esports. So I approached the UK government at the time, went to Number 10 and made a number of presentations. And in January of 2016, I got authority to establish the British Esports Association as the national body in the UK.
My name is Andy Payne and I'm the chair of British Esports. Esports has been around for a long time on the planet. Okay, video games have been around for even longer. But just because they're around doesn't mean necessarily that communities will build and communities will prosper. What British Esports is setting out to do, and has set out to do over the last 5 years, is to give the UK scene a focus and to help that scene have a purpose and to talk about that scene and really make sure people understand it and why it's important for their lives, their jobs, the economy, their happiness, their health, and everything else that makes human beings want to get up in the morning.
My name is Ed Vaizey. I'm the Vice Chairman of the British Esports Association, and I was the Minister for Technology, which included video games, between 2010 and 2016, serving in David Cameron's government. At the moment, I've stopped being a Member of Parliament. I served as a Member of Parliament for 14 years, and now I sit in the House of Lords. So when I was a Minister, I was a passionate champion of the video games industry, which in the 1980s and 1990s had not got a fantastic press, and lots of politicians didn't really understand the video games industry, so I became a passionate supporter of the video games industry. And while I was serving as a minister, I came across esports. I can't claim that I knew anything about esports until I was introduced to them. Obviously, I was of a certain age, so esports weren't necessarily going to come across my desk. But once I realised what esports were, I became a passionate enthusiast for them as well, which is why I joined the British Esports Association when I stopped being a minister. And the reason I support esports, they're legion really. First of all, I think video games are a good thing. I think they teach kids lots of different skills, and I think they help kids interact with each other. And obviously, of course, video games are played by adults as well.
My name is Elliot Bond, and my role at British Esports is quite varied, but predominantly it involves working very closely with the schools and colleges who participate in the student championships. I liaise with their teachers, their parents, their carers, and the students themselves in getting set up and competing in the tournaments.
My name is Leaman, and my role involves a lot of the operations and logistical sides of setting up the pilots, tournaments, and many different projects that we run on. So one of the main projects that I work on is the British Esports Student Champs. So that involves setting up the tournaments, the teams, organising the website and the platform itself to make sure that the user experience is as easy as possible for the schools and colleges to get involved. The British Esports Student Champs is a national video gaming competition for students aged 12+ across the country to get involved in weekly matches for their school or college. And this takes place throughout the academic year, and that involves tournaments such as Rocket League, Overwatch, League of Legends and Valorant as well.
There is no bad side to doing this. I would wholly recommend it to anybody who's looking to participate in esports or gaming, or just embrace a new tool or technique to engage with their students. It is something that's very wholesome, it's very engaging, it's got a lot of potential. The scene itself has been growing massively over the last few years. In particular, in the grassroots and the educational space, this is something that we see on a daily basis has been really affecting the majority of young people. And this is a fantastic tool to engage with them and motivate them in other areas of life.
So my name's Tom Dore. I'm the Head of Education for the British Esports Association. Essentially, it's my role to work with stakeholders within the education space. So from teachers, head teachers, groups of schools, local government, and then of course to the students themselves.
My name is Tibbett and I'm the Education Manager for British Esports Association. My role involves the education side, so working with centres, institutes, organisations and people in general, educating them on what the BTEC is and also writing qualifications both from further education to higher education. We're heavily involved in education through our BTEC, which is a level 3, level 2 and level 1. For schools and colleges throughout the UK, it lets them take the BTEC in esports and then find what they really love and take it as a passion moving forward.
So not only is that preparing young people for jobs in the esports industry itself, however, it's also developing transferable skills into business, into marketing, social media, creative media, coaching, performance, health, nutrition, as well as the IT tech side of things as well. So it's developing a huge range of skills for young people to take forward into the industry over the coming years. Over the last 18 months, we've been recognised as really leading the space, leading the charge on esports and education, not just in the UK, but around the world. The BTEC that we've written with Pearson is now being taught in, or there are schools who've been approved to teach this in 7 or 8 different countries around the world. Argentina, Dominican Republic, Spain, the Netherlands, Dubai, Indonesia, India, all have centres that are approved to teach this BTEC. We've also recently worked with Microsoft and have delivered the inaugural Microsoft Education Esports Teacher Academy for the world. We presented a series of training workshops throughout August that have led to teachers around the world gaining their esports leader badges, which is hugely exciting. Linking that to Minecraft as well, Minecraft Education Edition have just released a number of esports resources, again, that we're helping them to develop and helping them to roll out in schools throughout the world.
The work we do here at BEA is incredibly important because it fills that void and that gap that wasn't there before. It gives students, it gives people a real opportunity, a chance to do what they love using esports as the vehicle, moving forward, teaching them transferable skills along the way and really empowering them for what they want to do as a future career.
I'm Zoe and I work in the finance department as the management accountant.
Hi, my name is Ian Gawthrope. I'm the commercial director of the British Esports Association. I oversee the financial function of the business and discuss all commercial matters with the various team members.
I'm Dave Martin. I'm a strategy advisor for the British Esports Association, and that means in essence what I'm looking at is the overall goal of the organisation, how we support stakeholders and everyone in this ecosystem to grow and develop further. We looked at the space at this moment in time, particularly the space for those people kind of 12 to 19 years of age, and realised that actually the opportunities provide a safer space for them to kind of come together, to meet and to know that who they're talking to and then who they go off to and game within or outside of the platform, they actually know that they met them in a kind of safe and verified space. So we've worked with a number of great partners, including IBM, Yoti and GoBubble, to provide a suite of services including verification into the platform, some content moderation just to support the channel and help educate and develop further, and then a really great experience in terms of a platform for those young individuals.
So my name is Morgan Ashurst. I'm the head of marketing at the British Esports Association. I mainly focus on promoting each of the activities that we do at BEA, so whether that's the student champs or some of the pilots that we're doing, but also head up the content team with video content, written content and social media as well.
I'm Jonas, I'm head of creative at BEA and I look after the bigger creative projects like the redesign of Student Champs Aftermovie and bigger production videos like the video you're seeing right now.
I'm Saul Parsons and I'm the video content executive for the British Esports Association. So I work on videos for YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, any kind of video editing will be done by me. We also run Fun Friday streams and I will often make an appearance on there as well.
So my name is Bryony-Hope Green. I am the Junior Content Executive at the British Esports Association. So I work on creating content and supporting the content team to create pieces of writing, conduct interviews and just get some stuff up on the website and really celebrate everything that British Esports stands for.
Hi, my name is Gleadall. I'm social media exec here at BEA and my job role is to manage and control all social media channels. So that includes Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, and if you drop us a message, I'll be the one to reply.
I am also a founding member of the Women in Esports initiative that myself and Alice at BEA run. So Women in Esports is a campaign that started in 2019, which originally started off just as content and celebrating talent throughout the esports industry. And then due to the success of the campaign, we turned it into an initiative, which also formed a committee.
Our main target focus areas are tournaments, education, and then also about community as well. We're looking at a variety of different projects, and we hope to build on this in the years to come.
So you can find Women in Esports on Twitter, which is womenin_esports, as well as our Discord server, which you can find in our Twitter bio.
So at the moment we're working to try and be as inclusive as possible and showcase various different groups within the industry that sometimes don't get the spotlight that they deserve. So we've covered things for people with disabilities, people in the LGBT community, women, and people of colour. So those are the ones we focus on, but we'd like to branch out more. So we do a lot of content around sort of highlighting achievements and works of those people in those groups, and just sort of making sure that everyone knows that there are people in the industry that are in these different groups that don't really get to shine, and we allow them to shine through this.
So I'm really proud of what has been achieved by everyone at the British Esports Association, and I'm looking forward to hopefully having new British heroes in on a global stage in esports.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. If you want more content like this, don't forget to visit our website britishesports.org. Follow all our social channels in the description below, and we'll see you next time.